And we are off. We have connected to the trail and we are on our way. Look at this open trail. There are some yellow trees and some nice fall foliage so far, so hopefully we'll get more into that as we get further in. We are 2.5 hours into our hike. All is well. We're a little bit tired, but that was expected. We had a lot of inclines in the very beginning that kind of tired us out, but going strong right now. We're in a groove. We're just enjoying the quietness of nature and the beautiful trees. We've seen a couple chipmunks. Hopefully we'll see a few more. First day of hiking is done. We did about 6.25 miles all in total, and we found a cute little spot to set up camp. It is right by water, so if we need to refill tonight or tomorrow morning, we will be set, and then we'll just be backtracking the way that we came tomorrow to get back to the car. We didn't want to overdo it on this first backpacking trip, so we tried to put in some fail-safes just to make sure that we didn't go too far, and that we wouldn't hate backpacking after our first time if we overdid it. So we have camp all set up, and it is 4:15. Now we can just relax, enjoy the sound of the stream, the sun coming down, each other's company, and then have an early bedtime so that we can get up and feel rested and ready for tomorrow. Along the way today, we saw some beautiful ferns, yellow and green areas of ferns. It was just really peaceful. We passed a couple other backpackers along the way, but within like 2 minutes they were far ahead of us. We were nowhere near them. We were going at a much slower pace. Our pace was about 40 minutes per mile, which is a bit slower than I'm used to with running, but I also had a pack that weighed just over like 35 to 40 pounds with all my water and my camera equipment in it. So with that, it felt like I had not lost any weight anymore. It felt like all that weight was back on me. So it took some getting used to. I think the first 2 hours was just me trying to get adjusted to the weight, and once I did get adjusted to the weight, then it was a little bit easier to get around. I hit some strides after I warmed up, so about an hour and a half to 2 hours in, I was like faster pace. Jerome was like, you need to slow down, you're going a bit too fast. So it was just a very enjoyable day. The sound of nature, not having to hear like anybody else, it was just beautiful, and being off of technology was a breath of fresh air. So it was really enjoyable, and I'm really excited to see what tonight and tomorrow bring, because we are making fettuccine alfredo for dinner. Get in my belly. And then we also brought some dark chocolate cheesecake to split, and that sounds amazing. So hopefully it is delicious. Good morning! We have already packed up camp. We're eating breakfast and making coffee. We've got some granola and milk blueberries, and Jerome has his first cup of coffee brewing in his cup, and we're boiling water for my coffee, and then we will head off on our 6-mile trek back to the car today. Yeah! Day 2 of backpacking has been wonderful. We had a leisurely morning at the campsite, waking up around 7:30, getting up, breaking down camp, and then we went down to the water source and we filtered some water before breakfast so that we were prepared, and we made milk and blueberry granola for breakfast. We just added water and then split it between the two of us, and then we had instant coffee, which is the first time that we have had instant coffee on a camping trip, and we love our coffee. So we were really nervous that it was going to be not as good as what we're used to. I'm glad that our instant coffee was actually enjoyable, because that was just so amazing, sitting by camp and looking up at the sky, hearing the leaves falling, hearing the stream flowing over the water. It was just so relaxing before we went off. After we did our coffee, we packed up the rest of camp, finished packing our bags, got ready, and we headed out. And we've been hiking for about 3 hours. We're at about 6 miles, which is awesome, because yesterday we were doing about a 45 to 50 minute mile pace, and today we are doing a 32-minute average pace for each mile, which is a big improvement, and it feels like it's just been flying by, and it feels easier on us. We do have a little bit of soreness in our shoulders, but other than that, we are just really enjoying nature and the sounds and the beauty. Today we're getting some blue skies, so just seeing those through the yellow leaves is gorgeous. We're about between a mile and 2 before the end of the trail to get back where we started. So we are going to finish strong and have a great rest of our hike. We made it! We are done. The car is in sight. We just have to walk down the hill, but we did it in a half hour shorter than we did yesterday, which is A-okay in my book, because we took some time to rest and sat down and just enjoyed nature. And sometimes we forget about enjoying the journey along the way, and we just think about getting to the destination, and we were able to enjoy all of it, which is, isn't that the goal? That you're able to enjoy the entire adventure from start through the whole thing to the finish. I mean, we just had a wonderful time, and it helped me realize that, you know, I have a couple things that I need to get over in my head, because I was doubting myself so much in the beginning. We're new backpackers. Why am I doubting myself? I did the research. I looked into everything that I could to be prepared, but every time I saw a different backpacker or a group of backpackers, I was like, wow, their packs are really, really tiny. Did we overpack or whatever? But we didn't buy all new gear. We tried to use what we had, so some of our gear is a little bit bigger. It's not ideal backpacking size, and we made do with what we had, and that works for us. And, you know, so what if we packed a lot, or it seems like we packed a lot for a 2-day trip? We were comfortable. It helped us get to know what backpacking would be like for us, and we enjoyed ourselves. And that's all that matters. We had a good time. We enjoyed nature. Our relationship is stronger because we were able to spend this quality time together. And I'm just so thrilled. I can't wait for the next trip.